All right, if you just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I still have Tukur James and Mojid Jamia. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation. Recent attacks in Plateau State have resulted in the deaths of about 60 people in Bokas local government area of the state. These incidents have drawn condemnation from various groups, including the Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, and Jamaatul Nasrul Islam, JNI. The ACF has called on the federal government to declare state of emergency in vulnerable communities and enhance intelligence efforts to address the escalating violence. The association also called for compensation for victims. Similarly, the JNI expressed deep concern over the attacks, noting that they may lead to anarchy if not well managed. Okay. Let's look at this, Mojid, the Plateau killings. Report says that more than 60 persons dead, over 600 houses burnt. ACF, JNI, condemning the onslaught. But talk to me, when will this stop?
I thought we've been able to put this behind us, especially in Plateau, because the governor, Muftwang, held several reconciliatory and consultative meetings with several stakeholders during the Yuletide period, and they all agreements were signed that there will be a ceasefire. But all of a sudden, it started all over again. See, this is quite similar to what happened in Osun State between
the two communities, the two monarchs,
Ilobu and Ifon, where more than 100,000 houses were destroyed. A lot of people were also killed. This is very, very similar. And I don't know, I mean, it's better for us to see ourselves as one. I mean, that's what is causing all of this. It's rather unfortunate that this is happening again in Plateau. I mean, it has happened in the past, but I think for some time now that had been nipped in the bud. But this resurgence now, I'm afraid there must be reprisal attacks if care is not taken. So the governor should, declare a state of emergency in the affected area, so at least to calm frayed nerves, so that there will be restriction on movement, while genuine efforts at reconciliation and finding out who the real culprits are should be done. And whoever is responsible for this dastardly acts could be brought to book. 60 lives have been lost. But we cannot continue like this. A lot of people have been rendered homeless. More than, how many houses have been destroyed? In Plateau, the Plateau State used to be one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria, that where people want to go on holidays
of the weather,
because of the weather. But now, it's like, a lot of students want to apply to the University of Jos because they say that place, it's like you are in South Africa or you are in Europe because of the weather. But now, it's something else. All right,
Asuko, because in the last 1 year, Plateau State has enjoyed peace.
Relative peace,
all thanks to the Governor Caleb Muftwang. But the killing in Bokas, what is the real cause of the problem? What is fueling the crisis? Is it politically motivated? Is it farmer header? What is really causing it?
Well, nobody can really, put his hands at, what is the real cause. But I know yesterday the governor was trying to, he called it genocide.
I don't want to use the word genocide because we need to use it advisedly in this climate.
I was trying to look up the word genocide. It's like you're trying to cleanse a whole community or
like an ethnic cleansing.
From the face of the earth. Because it's very sad that this is happening, because I remember in December last year, the governor was celebrating because they had a peaceful Christmas. And so, but this one, he took all of us by surprise, you know, because up till now, people are still wondering who are this set of people that actually did this. And from what I've heard, they said it's like a normal thing, like a modus operandi of this, you know, bandits. They will come, displace you from your land, completely, and then they want to take over the land. So it means that the governor has some intel, which is also telling the world now that there are some people who really want to drive some people out of their land. They say some of them that they even identify some of the attackers. That they know them. Yeah, some of the attackers. You know, they displace you and then they take over your land. That in Bakin Ladi, something similar happened. Now, sometimes what they do is that they will not be the ones to attack you. They will look for mercenaries outside. Okay. Those mercenaries will come attack on their behalf. So they hire those mercenaries to do this, you know, dirty job, and then the next thing they took over the land. Now, this shouldn't be. If you're a Nigerian, for instance, I'm coming to your state to do business, and I know that I don't have any ill intentions. Exactly. All I need to do is to cohabit with you. True. To make sure that, okay, if you need to give me a space of land for me to build, for me to develop that particular region, I'll do it. That is why we are called Nigerians. But I will not have it in my head to say that I now want to drive you away completely from your land, because that means that I am very ungrateful, you know. And I think that is where the governor is coming from. The governor is saying that they've been living peacefully before, but all of a sudden, some people will just have it at the back. It's just like somebody somewhere will just, you know, trigger it, and then these people will just go berserk, and then they'll begin to do these things. Okay. Now, I want to also pass this information, because I was talking to somebody. They said even some of the government officials were even trying to go to Bokos. And before they even got to the place, guns and bullets started raining. Yeah. From the forest. Yes. So it means these bandits are still there. They're still there. They burnt houses. They killed people in their sleep, which is very wicked of any human being to do. Yeah, like night rage, You know, innocent children, women and men who couldn't defend themselves. So if people can do this, I think that is where the president has to be angry. I like the tone of his statement a day after, or the period that thing happened. You know, we need to find a way to deal with these people. People cannot just harm other people, and at the end of the day, they just go scot-free. And we need to make example of these wicked people. Because if we do not, it will continue. Exactly. Now, Moji, the Chief of Army Staff visited. The National Security Advisor also visited Plateau State. But talk to me. How significant is this visit? And how assuring is this visit? Did they just come there just to talk? How assuring? I'm not impressed by those visits, because those visits are coming after the deed had been done. They will visit, spend a few hours, and go back. These marauders will continue. People want to be reassured that yes, our lives and property are secure. True. Now, the little gains we are making from agri-food security, we are going to start losing it. Plateau is one of our food baskets. Talk about Irish potatoes. Irish potatoes, and even tomatoes, and several other farm products. We will stand. I mean, the risk of losing these food crops. All right, just hold that. I apologize. Just hold that thought. We have Adebamidele calling from Lagos. Adebamidele, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Let's talk.
Yeah, this is Adebamidele.
All right,
calling from Oba.
Let's talk.
Please, I want to make contribution in respect of this River State crisis.
Okay, quickly, because...
Yes. Please let me make this a correction. The court did not give any order. What the court asked the council to do is that they should put the respondent on notice. That the respondent should put on notice, and the matter was adjourned. So there was no order from the court, from the enrolled order.
All right, then.
So there was no court order that says that that granted that injunction.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, I think what he's trying to say is that there is no restraining order,
order.
on the
administrator
from appointing, but like those, the former local government, the South local government chairman, are only seeking for IBAS to be joined in the
suit. Exactly.
So, I think we
all right,
we
point
need
well
to clear
taken.
that,
Point well taken. So, in other words, what you're saying is the visit of both the Chief of Army Staff, the NSC,
and NSC, beyond the visit will only make any meaning to me and to the people of Plateau when they are reassured that, because they said they know some of these guys who carried out this attack. If they are arrested and brought to book, and there is a promise that such a thing will not happen again.
So that is the assurance.
That is the assurance they want, not visits or statements commiserating with those who lose their lives and property. And also, NEMA and other emergency agencies to provide quick relief for those who have lost their shelter and livelihood in these attacks.
Okay, now, there was an attack in Bokos local government on the 28th of March. Yeah. Also on the 2nd of April, these criminals, you know, they operated without hindrance. Now the question is, where were the security operators? For them to do this, I'm sure they didn't do it in 30 minutes.
No, they were probably overwhelmed. You see, these guys, the bandits, they have a way of, launching attacks. See the way
and to add to it as an addendum, why Bokos? Why Mangu? Why some parts of Barkinladi and Jos South? Why those places? Why?
Yes, because those are areas where they feel, they have a way of targeting stuff. Why would you think somebody in his right senses will go and attack a military base? You know, this is a military base. You see, they want
something.
There is something there. Then they want government to know that, yes, we are here and we can dare you. We can dare you. That's why they keep going there. And so I expect that our intelligence gathering should tell us that these guys will almost always come back. So we need to beef up those people. That's why I get angry when things like this happen in the same place and we still can't do anything about it. Look at the way they were grading barracks, military formations in the past. Although that has stopped now. But Bokos and all those other targets that they keep going to, we should devise a way of ensuring that such thing does not happen there again. Because these guys, these characters, they are not spirits.
Absolutely, they are not spirits.
And there must be, there is no way there won't be intelligence. And also the local people too, the local community should also help in intelligence gathering.
I thought DSS is in every local government, but that's a conversation for another day. But anyway, thank you.